What's good, everybody? It's Mike Reed, and welcome to My Life Ministries, where leadership, influence, faith, and evolvement are the principles that we look to live by every single day of our life. And by us living those principles, it helps us to help youth to become motivated young leaders that implement faith every day in their lives as well. Today, I just want to encourage somebody and just talk a little bit about the our walk with God. And when you have a walk with God, it was never meant for that walk to be easy. It was never meant for that walk to be sunshine and rainbows, or when you signed up to say, Lord, forgive me, or I'm going to continue to walk with you on this path. That everything was just going to be smooth sailing. It was never even having a relationship with God. It was never meant to even go in that direction. When you're walking with God, you're walking with pain. You're walking with hurt. You're walking with frustration. You're walking with doubt. You're walking with faith. You're walking with confusion. Because it's a path that you do not understand and you don't know the outcome. So you walk with the full on trust to say, Lord, wherever it is that you're taking me, I'll follow. Wherever it is that you want me to go, I'll go. However you want me to move, I'll move. And it's a total dependence on who God is. And we sometimes in our walk, we find ourselves, wobbling. We find ourselves getting off course. We find ourselves getting off track, and we beat ourselves up so bad because we have this expectation of what we want to be to God, and how we want our walk to go, and how perfect we want to be. And we want to make sure that we do everything the right way. We want to make sure that we're reading the right amount of scriptures. We want to make sure that we're spending the right amount of time in prayer. We want to make sure that we're doing everything that we're supposed to do for others. But then sometimes we fail at that because we battle things in our own life that literally get us caught up, or literally get us off track, and we find ourselves stumbling, and we find ourselves wobbling, without the mindset of the that God has given us. We totally have given in to ourselves, and when we give into ourselves, it makes our walk with God shaky. But I'm just want to encourage you to let you know that that you're not the only one. You're not the only one that's goes through this when trusting God. You're not the only one that goes through this when you're walking with God. We all face it. And if anybody sits back and tells you that their walk with God is so perfect and everything is all good, they're lying to you. Because a relationship with God cannot become better unless you go through the fire, unless you go through storms, unless you go through trials. That's what trust is for. That's what faith is, that no matter what I face, Lord, I'm going to trust you. No matter what I go through, God, I'm going to trust you. I know that, you've been at the point to where, you're always on your knees asking God to forgive you. And then once God forgives you, you go right back out there and you do something that you shouldn't have. You stay on the altar asking God to forgive you, and then it gets to a point to where the thought of asking God to forgive you is no longer there. It becomes irrelevant because you're so caught up in yourself and you're beating yourself up, which is nobody but the enemy that's making you feel guilty for things that you've done, or making you feel wrong for the mistakes and stuff that you made. But you have to understand that it's about the journey with God. It's about the walk with God. And the more that you're walking with God, nothing is ever going to pan out according to your plan. It's never going to pan out according to your plan. It's only God's plan. So everything that you're going through in your life, everything that you're facing on your walk with God in this moment, just understand that God is leading you to something better. And even if you're in a dark place right now to where you feel like your relationship with God is so shaky, you feel like he's not even listening to you, you feel like, that he's upset with you or he's mad at you, he's not. He's there to help you out. He's there to help you get through it. He's there to push you forward. He's there to deliver you. He's there to forgive you. He's there to do that. But we cannot take our freedom for granted. We cannot take our Father for granted just because he is that type of God. That's the walk that we go on. That's the walk that we take. Those are the decisions that we make when we say, Lord, I'm going to trust you, and Lord, I'm going to walk with you. It's never meant to be easy. It's never going to be easy. You have to be disciplined in God. You have to love God enough for you to understand that, God, even in my wrong, God, I'm still going to run after you, and help me to get free from the things that I'm going through. Help me to walk away from the things that I'm going through, because I don't want to walk off the path. And to let you know that some of you are not off the path of God. You may feel like you are because some of the stuff that you're going through in your life, and you may not have paid attention to God, or you may not have talked to God a certain way, or whatever the case, but you are not off the path of God. God still has you on the path with him. The only issue is that you have to learn how to hold his hand while you're walking on the path. You guys don't need to be separate in any kind of way. So I just wanted to get on here and encourage somebody and let them know, keep walking with God. No matter what things look like, no matter what your situation is, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter the problems that you have, no matter whatever it is, just don't let go of his hand and step off the path. All right? Because God is with you, God is keeping you, and God is moving in you. So I just wanted to get on here and encourage somebody to keep walking the road with God. I know it's not easy, but it's most definitely worth it. You guys have a wonderful and a blessed day.